All right, let's save some seeds. So this is the Anaheim. Look at that, isn't that nice and thick flesh there? It's got a really nice crunch to it if you're gonna eat it raw, which you can. So this is my favorite knife in the house. This is a Ruby knife. My friend Matt Rubendahl in Red Hook, Brooklyn, is a luthier and he makes guitars, and now he just started making knives about 3 or 4 years ago, and he's really got it down. Even comes with a wooden sheath. Super sharp, beautiful handmade artisan knife. All right, so what we're gonna do is here, just gonna slice this open. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna pop off that stem because that's where the seeds are. All right, so I'm gonna show you this one here. So there's your seed pod. These are called ribs. So when we eat them, we take them out. So when we get the seeds out, we want to take them out as well. Nice sharp knife all the way down, and we're just gonna pop that out like that. All right, since we're out in the garden, pop these seeds out like that. Set that to the side. So we're going to do the same with this. I'm just going to run my knife down there. Come around, get that stem out. Perfect. Pop out some of these seeds. All right, so we're going to put that to the side, put the knife to the side. So what we want to do is gently just roll some of these seeds out, like so. And remember, each seed gives you one plant. So if you want to save all these seeds, go right ahead. But remember, unless you have a farm and people to work on it, I don't know if you're going to need 45 seeds. So these are the ribs. They get tossed anyway. So I'm just going to toss this over there. Now we're going to separate some of these seeds. So these seeds are wet, and they're soft, and they're pliable. When we want to plant these seeds, we want these seeds to be dry, firm, and brittle. So, get a trusty plate, a little scoopful of seeds, and I'm just going to move them around. I don't want them touching each other because there's a lot of moisture already on the seeds. See that? So we're going to just separate these because if they touch each other, then moisture appears in between and the seeds could rot and the seeds could mold and the seeds won't dry properly. And all this will be for nothing. Alright, so got them all spread out like this. You want to make sure you always label your seeds. It's super simple. You wouldn't think so. But the trick is we seriously want to keep these seeds out in a little bit of ventilation, someplace cool, someplace kind of dark. I put it in my house, put it on the windowsill with the shade down. You don't want to put too much sun on them, but it's really not, it really wouldn't hurt. But we're going to do this for about 2 or 3 days. And then I come back 2 or 3 days later and they're very dry and they're brittle and they don't stick to your finger like that. That's a good sign. And then they're ready to be packaged. All right, let's put these to the side. You got so many seeds here. So you got to make sure you label them right. I labeled some seeds. Some Chinese broccoli. Turned out to be habanero peppers. Not very smart of me. So remember, label properly. All right, next one we're going to do this one. We're going to do the Big Daddy here, the Mad Hatter. So this is the first time I ever got this. So I'm guessing the seed pod is going to be right in there. So that's where I'm going to cut first. Try not to damage any of the pod. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. So let's pop out the seed pod. All right. So let's not mix our seeds. Okay, so these are the Mad Hatter seeds. Pretty cool chili, kind of mild in flavor. Very similar to a bell pepper. Not much of on the Scoville. So the heat of a chili pepper is measured in Scoville units. The capsaicin is the chemical compound that tricks your mind into thinking your mouth is on fire. So the Scoville units, the way they work is, it's a dilution process. So say the bell pepper is about 200 Scoville units. My Scotch bonnet chili peppers is about 1,500,000 Scoville units. So what that means, that it's going to take 1,500,000 teaspoons of any kind of liquid, usually a sugar-water mixture, sometimes just alcohol, sometimes just water, but it's going to take 1,500,000 teaspoons to dilute it so you get no heat, which is pretty crazy to think about. You're going to need 1,000,000 tablespoons of something to mask the heat of something that's so hot that it'll burn your face off. All right, so these are the Mad Hatters. I'm going to get rid of some of that. I'm going to get rid of some of this membrane here. All right. So, just like before, move things to the side. Oh yeah, very sweet. So I'm going to put all these on a plate. But I do like to save them all, because then I give them to friends, or when I'm bored, I just plant them in little planters until they're seedlings, and then I give them away. Heirloom vegetables are super important. It's the American way, right? This country was founded on farmers and the agrarian culture. So I'm going to get rid of some of these membranes. All right, remember, like I said, you want to spread them out. Use the whole plate if you can. That wasn't good. Spread them out. We don't want them touching, like we said. So if there is too much moisture, humidity gathers in between the seeds, and that's where you can get moldy. That's where it cannot dry properly, and you definitely want to separate them. All right, so there we are. Super easy. 2 to 3 days, we'll be ready. All right, another beautiful day in the garden. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.